What's up, Autistic Nation? It's your boy, Autistic God, balling hard just like usual. And I'm back with story time number 2. So, this is a story I wrote about a year ago, and it's pretty creepy, I would say. So, if you're fan of heart, then I wouldn't suggest watching this. So, let's get right into it. Once upon a time in a royal tower, there slept a lovely princess, but she was awoken by a loud crunching noise. So she quickly turned on her lamp and noticed that the bag of Doritos on her nightstand had been spilled. "It's probably just the cat," she said, and went back to sleep. But she was again woken up, this time by a creature walking on her bed. "Shoo! Be gone," she said. But that just startled the creature. Then it started to crawl into the light. It was a goblin. That was when it attacked. She screamed and struggled, but the goblin continued to tear and peel off the princess's flesh. The goblin pulled out her eyeballs out of their sockets, chewed them up, and spit them back into their sockets. Then, after hearing the screams of pain, the king burst in the room. He ran over and picked up the goblin, stabbed it in the throat with a butter knife. Then, while it squirmed on the ground, the king rushed over to help the princess. She was near death after losing so much blood. The maid then walked in and helped her rush her to the kingdom doctor, but there was nothing they could do to save her. She was already gone, and she was buried the next day. About a week later, the king, depressed, lying in his bed, heard more screaming and crashing dishes. So he opened his door, only to find a goblin raid happening. There were burning curtains, broken windows, servants impaled on hat racks, and the maids being violated. So the king shot a goblin that was on the balcony, but then an armored goblin snuck up behind the king and stabbed a hook through his leg, and started to drag him down the stairs. Then the goblin attached the rope of the hook around a ceiling beam and strung him up from his Achilles tendon. His cries of pain were muffled by the cheers of the goblins. As the leader walked into the circle, the king could instantly tell he wasn't going to make it out alive. They tortured him for hours. They stabbed him with lots of tiny needles. They ripped off his left arm and beat him with it. They cut marks in his skin everywhere. Then they carved off the skin of his right arm and shoved it down his throat. They scalped him, then they snapped his ankles and wrists like carrots. By that point, he had lost so much blood he couldn't see, so he only heard it when the leader said, "I'll meet you in hell," and ripped out his ribs, then his heart.